Thank you. All right.
I don't know if anybody else loves it when Carey's in charge of technology, but it's my favorite entertainment.
Hey, I was told by my newest business coach that I am highly intelligent, and I'm going with that.
You really are. You're doing well.
Okay, it's preparing. We're almost there. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Ashley, let me know when you can see me, dude.
And Ashley, will you go on and mute a few people, please? Okay, Carey, we are live and recording.
Awesome, good stuff. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm getting some feedback. So let's see if we can fix that. If you're live, you guys, go ahead and mute yourself, please. Everybody mute out would be lovely. Thank you, so much better. All right, so thank you, everybody. This is our third time this year that we are hosting this virtual happy hour with the S.A.M expert. So my name is Carey Conley, obviously. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about each one of these ladies. And then they're going to take a few minutes to share with you why they're called the expert in their field. They're going to take also another minute to give you one juicy little tip in their area of expertise of something that will help you finish your year strong so that you can not only crush all your goals in 2019, but start 2020 off with a bang. And so I am introducing you to this group because most of you know that I have been a coach for many, many years. I am a specialist in vision. I help people get a very crystal clear vision out of their head and onto paper with a timeline so they can hit their goals. And so, known as the vision expert, I used to bring entrepreneurs into a year-long mastermind in which I would work with those groups live every month for 3 hours, which was wonderful and it worked beautifully. But at the beginning of the year, my co-founder of S.A.M, Lori Hildebrand, which we're going to meet in a minute, and I'm going to ask if you're on and not muted to go ahead and mute, please. That'd be great. Okay, so Lori and I decided to change this up and to fit the world that we're in right now. So instead of running this for a year, we created what is called S.A.M. S.A.M stands for Simplify, Accelerate, and Monetize. What we all know as experts, we are out, speaking, networking all the time, talking to those of you who are running businesses. But what we find is that more than likely your business is running you and it's not moving very fast and you're not putting money in the bank. So that's why S.A.M is called Simplify, Accelerate, and Monetize. We want to simplify your life and your business, move it faster, and help you put more money in the bank. Anybody want some of that? Raise your hand if you do. It's all about that. So we moved S.A.M into a 9-week program. And instead of me running the program all by myself, I am a big believer in collaboration, which is one of the things we teach in S.A.M. And you are seeing 5 other lovely faces with me right now that are experts in this 9-week program. And they're going to take a minute to just, like I said, tell you who they are, why they're here, why they've been involved in S.A.M, and what they are the expert in. So I'm going to start it off with Pat Gillum because Pat is on her way to a meeting and I know can't stay on with us very long. So Pat, are you in a place now where you can unmute yourself and talk for a few minutes? She's driving.
Carey, you may need to click the little microphone button on her because she can't unmute herself.
I'm trying to figure out now that I'm live because what I'm seeing is my live Facebook where we are. And I'm worried that if I move away from that.
You won't. You just need to click participants on the Zoom page.
Okay, hang on. Let me get back to the Zoom page. Here we go. Okay. Oh, gosh, I'm so good.
And then click Pat's microphone.
Thank you. Thank you. Done and done. All right, Pat, you are unmuted.
Woohoo! Hey, everyone. You did it, Carey. See, your coach was right about you. I love it. Hey, well, in the essence of time, again, thank you everyone who showed up tonight. on this S.A.M happy hour call, because we already know, because you took big action today, you're ready to do some big things. And so I'm excited, like Carey said, to be collaborating with all of these amazing experts at what they do. And the thing is, for me, why S.A.M is so important for each and every person is because we're all great at what we do, but we have to have other people really help us along this entrepreneurial journey. And Carey and Lori have done just that. They have gathered the best, the greatest at what we all do to help each of us grow personally and professionally. I am known as the mindset maven. So I am all about mindset work and really helping people get clear about what they want, who they are, and helping women gain the courage and the confidence to really go after and ask for what they want, to earn the amount of money they want, and commit to taking daily action every day to make it happen. So I'm excited that you're all in this program. I'm excited that you showed up tonight to get more information. If you're thinking about, is this the program for you? I'm going to give you a resounding yes, that it is, and that you are in the right place. If you really are ready to take your business to that next level, really to start to make money and really get the support that you need to take daily action on moving you closer to your goal. And this thing is going to grow you personally. That's an added benefit of this. So that's one tip for me would be really when you're starting anything or you're growing or you're scaling anything, you have to be in a preparation mode, meaning your mind has to say, I can do this. Because if you show up to say, I can't do it, then you've already defeated yourself. Or I've never been successful before, then you've already defeated yourself. I want you to show up in a space today to play big, to do something great, and say, I don't know how to do it. That's why I showed up today, and I'm going to set my mind to, with the help and the support of all of these fabulous women, I know I can be successful. That's my tip. Leave this thing right now saying, I know I can be successful because I have the help. That's your affirmation today. I have the help that I now need to make it happen.
Perfect, Pat. Thank you so much for that inspiration. Yeah, Pat is our first expert every week. Let me mute you out. We start the 9-week off with Pat, and now you know why. Because she is the one that gets us in the right frame of mind. She is the most inspirational woman I know for just getting you fired up and ready. So thanks, Pat, and good luck with your meeting. And so I'm just going to go in order of how I see people on my board in front of me. So I'm going to open you up and introduce Angel Tessie. So Angel, you want to go ahead and unmute and tell everybody about you.
Well, hello, everybody. It's so exciting to see such a full house. I just took a quick little picture so I can post that out on my social media page in a little bit. But welcome to S.A.M, Simplify, Accelerate, and Mastermind. So I think one of the most brilliant collaborations where you get to come through and get coached by a whole series of coaches in their area for the price of only hiring really half of one business coach, which is pretty dynamite. So I am the media exposure specialist in the group, helping you leverage and monetize your media exposure, get more people to say, I've heard of you. My specialty is radio, but we also focus on traditional media, radio, television, magazines, podcasts, and newspapers. And my tip is to leverage OPP, other people's platforms. As small business owners, so much of what we've been taught is to go out and build our business one person at a time, do one-on-one coffee meetings and go and do networking events where you're just exchanging one business card at a time. And as business owners, we will burn out if we are not speaking one-to-many. So I want you to leverage your one-to-many platforms, put together a wish list of podcasts, TV shows, radio shows that you want to be featured on. And let's make that happen where you are speaking one to many and leveraging that. Because if you want to impact hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions, you're going to need the exposure of traditional media and other people's platforms. And together we're going to make that happen. So thanks so much for being here tonight.
Thanks, Angel. Yeah, Angel and I have worked together for a really long time. We just completed a 2-day workshop. This girl delivers so much value.
Thank you,
amazing,
dear.
mind
Thank
blowing.
you.
So
Yeah, we did. We had a 2-day
huge.
event in Scottsdale. Lots of people here from that event, and it's pretty exciting when you come together as a team to collaborate and to lift each other up. And the community that is here in S.A.M. is just, it's all that in a bag of chips.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and that's a good point. We'll talk more about this, but it's not only learning from each of these experts, you guys, in some of the skills that could be some cracks in the foundation of your business right now, but it's the collaboration and the camaraderie and the accountability that is making S.A.M. so successful, to the extent that so many of our S.A.M. people end up going through it more than once and want to stay together. They've started linking arms with each other, so it's really exciting to see. All right, so Katie Nelson, you're up, my friend.
I will unmute myself then. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I am the sales expert here for S.A.M. The sales expert in my business, Sales Uprising. I'm known as the sales catalyst. I am the agent that provokes change and action, and that's specifically pertains to you in your selling in business if you attend the S.A.M. Mastermind. So I'm going to give you my number one tip for the evening. I just had a lovely conversation with someone who had just graduated with S.A.M. and we were talking about qualifying questions. She's doing an amazing job on her sales calls, and I had asked whether or not how she did with her qualifying questions in her sales conversation. She did fabulously well, but she did forget the number one question to ask when qualifying a client. And if you're thinking that you might be afraid of what that question is, you might be right. The question is, what is your budget? So lots of our clients may or may not know what their budget is, and that's fantastic. That's a beautiful opportunity for you to educate them on what that looks like for your services. That positions you as the expert so that you guys can go forward. And if it turns out it's not a fit right now, that's fantastic. Then they can budget it for the next year. So the number one qualifying question you must ask your prospects is, what is your budget for these services? Hope to see you all in fall semester.
Perfect. Thanks, Katie. Katie and I have known each other for a long time. She's been an amazing coach with us the whole year and has been coaching entrepreneurs for a long time, and is the bomb at teaching the one thing that most entrepreneurs do not want to do, which is close the sale. Right? We love being passionate about serving and helping people and delivering great content and adding value. But unless you are intending to run your business as a ministry, we teach people how to put money in the bank. Truth? All right. Thanks, Katie. Okay, Lori, you're up.
All right. So welcome. I'm so glad that we are all together tonight. Like Carey said, Carey and I co-founded this group, and it has been a labor of love all year. And I'm so thankful for all the people we've already gotten to serve, and even more that we get to serve going forward. Like you've already heard, these women are fan-freaking-tastic, you guys, and I'm so thankful to be part of it. So a little bit about my background. I was a stock and bond trader for 15 years in the corporate world. I was a wealth manager for several years, kind of morphed into training financial advisors on a larger national scale through some of the big wirehouses and big financial planning companies. And after my divorce, when my kids were young, several years ago, I decided working 80 hours a week was for the birds. And I wanted to do something on my own and really be home for my kids and be able to serve more women than just what was inside the four walls of my company. So I started my company, and I've been teaching women how to build their business strategically and build multiple streams of income while they build their core business, because it's key to keeping your doors open is having cash flow, right? Part of cash flow is having more than one line of income. So that's my expertise. That's what I teach people, is how to manage their money better and build more of it. So I am also the lead coach in this group. So clients that come into our Simplify, Accelerate, Monetize program will see my face every week and get to learn how to watch their numbers every week. So we talk about money and metrics. I teach you how to simply, keyword simply, the simplified part, manage your money, meaning how to pay attention to it, okay? So my big tip for tonight is, number one, pay attention to your money and know the difference between gross revenue versus net income, okay? This is where a lot of people don't decipher the difference. Your gross revenue, right, is what you're bringing in. So we have a goal for your gross revenue, how many sales you want to make, versus your net income, which is actually your paycheck. And that's what we need to know, what's going to support your life, right? So we need to know those numbers. So I'm asking you to pay attention to your numbers, know how much money you actually need to make to run your life and to contribute to your bills and to contribute to whatever you need to pay for to manage your life. And then we work backwards, right? We add in your business expenses, we add in your cost of goods to create your gross revenue number. So that's what we work on strategically, but I want you to start by just knowing those numbers and just paying attention. That's a big step for a lot of people, to really pay attention to that and know the difference between gross and net. So I don't want to overwhelm. I just want to throw that out there, that if you're going to take anything away and have some homework, because I'm a big fan of homework, little tiny bite-sized pieces of homework, you guys, little tiny, is knowing what it takes to run your life. And let's make that your first goal, to really make sure that that is your net income number. And then we'll add in from there.
Perfect. Yeah, there's so much that you're going to learn in bite-sized pieces from each one of the experts, you guys. But the one thing that is consistent, because Lori comes on with each expert every week, is I think all of the experts would agree, the biggest area we see improvement in 9 weeks is how people are starting to set very quantitative, targeted, with date goals and numbers behind income. Huge growth in that area by the end of the 9 weeks. And I'm seeing all the heads shaking going, yeah, definitely. So yeah, big deal. This is, again, where we change from being hobbyists, running really expensive hobbies, right, into being CEOs of a money-making business. So thank you, Lori. And our last expert is our newest expert. Liz, would love to have you introduce yourself. So thrilled to have you on board. You need to unmute. There you go.
Well. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. I come from a background. I actually own currently 5 pet grooming locations here in the Phoenix area. And the reason I now get to do consulting is because I have been able to build systems in my business to have my business literally run without me. The only aspects that I do have involvement in with my businesses now is for the financial side. And I've gotten to a place where I really am the investor, and I can, if I want to, I can work on my business and not in my business. And that's what I'm here to teach you guys, is time management, how you can create systems in your business to ensure that you are able to allow your business to grow. So my tip tonight would be, envision your life with having a little bit more freedom, but knowing that things are already going to be taken care of without you.
It's perfect. So this girl, I just met her, you guys, and she does a lot, but she's got it so running like a well-oiled machine. And I think, again, going back to why we call S.A.M, the first word being simplicity, is that most of us have really a whole lot of chaos going on, and we'd love to simplify it and be more efficient. So she's going to be teaching some processes, and most especially what I determined the difference between income producing activity and just busy work. Because most entrepreneurs, especially when they're not making any money, are doing a whole lot of busy stuff, right?
Yep.
All right. So thank you, Liz. And she's a whole lot of fun, as every other expert on here. We work hard, we play hard. That's our rule. So I want to now introduce to you guys to somebody who's been in S.A.M this past summer. She has done extremely well and has become such a fan of S.A.M that I asked Louis Bischoff to come on and just do a quick little testimony for those of you who are out there wondering, does this really work? So hi, Louis, how you doing?
Hey, everybody. Yay, Sam. I got to go find my Sammy pom-poms and I can do S-A-M, Sam. Well, you know what I mean. I'm super excited. I was like, oh, it's kind of like this great combination of seeing like an alumni. It's like homecoming to see all the presenters and then also like the incoming class. Oh, it's so great. Anyway, all right. I just want to say hi to everybody. And as an alumni, I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm just going to say that's the right word. As an alumni of S.A.M, but I'm still in it. I still pop into the group and still get the alerts. I just want to say that having access to all of the experts in one group is fantastic. Being in the Facebook group has just helped me out and given me so much strength and support throughout these months. And being able to work just with this level of experts, but not just that, the camaraderie that I felt with the other women just continued and continues to make me feel part of something larger than myself and that I'm not alone. So I am like most of you, I'm here in, actually I was in my home office, but it got too hot. So then I just moved it over to my dining room. So my dining room now is my home office, but I'll get my things changed back to my home office when it's not 115 degrees in Phoenix next time. But just wanted to say hi. Love being part of the group, and just everyone's going to have a great time and learn a lot. My business personally has been able to get a lot of strong foundation, a lot of support, and just keeps growing and growing and implementing and strengthening. So just wanted to pop in here and say happy Monday and congratulations to everybody and hi to everybody. And nice to see some familiar faces. And both great thank you to Carey and to Angel for the fantastic workshop over the weekend. And just as a side note, Angel, I am getting my first press release already, and I'm getting ready to go with that combination I was telling you about with Facebook dating, tips on Facebook dating, what that means, and then combining that with a dating coach. So kind of added bonus onto that. So thank you so much, both of you, for the skills this weekend.
Louie, thank you so much. There's so many just like Louie and Sam, you guys, that just in 9 weeks have come from not sure of what they're doing, not having a vision, not understanding why they have to have a vision first, which is what I do right after Pat doing mindset, not knowing their numbers. Like I said, that's probably the biggest thing we do every week, not knowing how to close, not knowing how to reach bigger, further. Another problem we see with a lot of entrepreneurs when they start here is that they are two things. That is why they're running an expensive hobby versus a business. One, they are not doing enough income producing activity to their targeted audience every month. If that number is usually way too low. And second thing is that they are not shooting for what their value is, meaning they aren't reaching for the highest potential client that they should be working. We totally undervalue who you are. And hi, Nikki, how you doing?
Hi, Carey, I'm good, thank you.
Good. Would you go ahead and mute yourself out real quick?
Yep, sorry.
No worries. So Louie, just tell these guys super fast in a couple of sentences what it is you do.
I am a Facebook and Instagram marketing expert, and my zone of genius is directly in that area. I had a few years opportunity to work directly with Facebook and strengthen that direction. I have my MBA in international business with a focus on marketing. Not that that matters, but it simply is the aspect of traditional advertising and marketing combined with the digital advertising. And just going forward, just am turning that volume up on being able to charge more per hour, get those right clients, have the right conversations. And Katie will be happy to hear this. Carey, you'll be happy to hear too. I'm getting so much better at the sales and asking for the sales and getting things on the calendar and asking for budgets. And I'm not afraid to go forward with clients that are the right fit for me.
So happy. I happen to be Louie's also personal coach, which makes me do the happy dance right now.
Yay.
Thank you, Louie. Thanks for taking some time to do that.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.
All right. So I'm going to just tell you guys a little bit more about S.A.M, some details real quick. If you have a question, if you wouldn't mind first putting in the chat that you have a question and what your question is so that we don't open up the lines and have people talking over each other, it'd be great. So again, I started at the very beginning telling you why we created S.A.M. we're in a world right now where getting together once a month in a live group for a year, like I used to run and like Lori used to run, is a little bit more challenging. Most of us like doing Zoom. Thank God for this technology that we can move. You know, we've got people here from all over the country, and we can be live and still have the same effect. And so we run SAM in a 9-week stint. So this fall SAM is starting next Tuesday, the September 24th. We meet every Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. Mountain Time. It's about 90 minutes long. All right. It is, we do really love to have everybody on live. You get way more out of it being live because you get to interact and ask questions and all of that. But if you do miss a call, they're all recorded and Lori sends them out. So you get all the recordings, you can archive them, keep them forever. We do the first call. Before we do the first call next Tuesday morning, we're going to have next Monday night at this same time, virtual meet the experts and meet each other. It's our meet and greet for everybody who's in SAM. So for those of you who are signed on by that point, mark your calendars to join us again next Monday at 5, and you'll get all this information from Lori once we know you're in, because that's when we're going to take the time to get to know you, and you'll have the chance to say who you are, what you do, you know, what you hope to get out of SAM, so you get to know each other before we kick off on Tuesday morning. Then we'll run for 9 weeks, actually 8 weeks of training. And there's a couple other trainers that aren't here tonight. You're going to get a training on effective networking. And you're also going to get training on basic marketing strategy, brand, and social media, because that's become a really big part of our world. So there's 8 trainings. And then the last week, we will all come back on with you to answer questions, do a Q&A, wrap it all up, make sure that we're sending you out the door with a solid plan, not only to finish up this year strong, but to start 2020. Because believe it or not, you guys, 2020, right here. How you end this year is how you start next year, you guys. So what I want to do is see if there's any questions that want to come forward. And I'm trusting, Lori, that you'll open up you'll unmute and let me know if there's something there. And see if you have a question for any one of us about SAM. And then if you are interested in knowing more about SAM and moving forward, we recommend that right now you private message the person that invited you on, because they will have some bonuses for you for getting signed on this week. And they'll be somewhat of your personal coach, even though you'll be coming into the group and we'll all be serving you. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a thumbs up if you understand everything. Yes? Okay, so Lori, do we have any questions or comments or anything I need to know?
So Tracy's commented, what can we expect on each call per week? So ladies, how it works, like Carey said, it's a 90-minute phone call live. We start every week with your wins and your review from your goals from the previous week. So basically you're setting your goals each week for yourself, your income producing activities. And the following week we start with what was accomplished, what wasn't, what were your wins, what were your struggles. We go through that. We bring on the expert, the trainer of that week. The trainer will be teaching you really actionable content that will take about an hour of that time, and you'll get step-by-step content trained on each of these subjects each week with some follow-up homework, things to work on based on that subject for the week in your business so that you can see some momentum in that business, okay, or in that topic. The last little bit of the call, we will do another review looking at your money, your metrics, your upcoming goals for the week, planning out your income producing activity so that you have a really solid plan of what you're doing for the next 7 days until our next group call. So that's how each live phone call is structured. So it's very crystal clear. You'll start getting into the momentum of it and understanding what the goals look like each week. Some weeks, yes, you'll have downloadable PDFs. Some weeks it's not necessary. Every week you will have a way to report your numbers. So, and that doesn't need to be scary. All that means is you're reporting your activity. Okay, so all it means is we're not comparing to each other. Our job is to help you do a little better this week than you did last week. So that's where all of these come in. So yes, you will have things to be looking at your actions, looking at your metrics, paying attention to your plan. and tweaking your goals as you go to make it work for you. So every week will be a little bit different as far as downloadable type stuff, because we don't want to overwhelm you, but yes, you will have something specific with that topic. And yes, you will have something specific with your metrics and numbers each week. And Tracy, between each week, where can we ask questions? You were all in a private Facebook group. So that's what Louis was just mentioning. Our private Facebook group is a collaboration of all students and experts who have been in SAM past and present. So you get to network with people on an ongoing basis. Each week, each of our experts does come on in that Facebook group, and we'll do some live Q&A, we'll do some follow-up. We do lots in that Facebook group based on that topic. And we always say we are always available, meaning me, Carey, any of our experts. If you have some specific questions, we're always willing to just help out. But that Facebook group has been a really key area for growth and collaboration, so that everyone can help each other. And like I said, staying on topic with what the homework is that week based on that topic, so that that expert is available that week to help you move forward. Okay, so I think that is everything so far. Unless someone wants to just raise their hand, if there's more comments. Does that answer your question, Tracy? Yes? Okay.
Yeah, the other thing, and if you mentioned this, Lori, I'm sorry if I'm being redundant, is Lori helps you get accountability partners within the group, which has been a huge piece that we added in over the summer, so that you literally have somebody that you are talking to in between the calls. And you'll also, when you get in the private group, you'll notice that not only are you going to be in there with your fall class, but all of the people who have been in SAM since the beginning of the year are still in there, like Louis. So you'll have access to some graduates that you're going to be able to see how they're doing, reach out to them if you have questions. Yeah, it's really awesome. It has turned out to be a beautiful thing, and I'm thrilled for those of you who have already signed on. I see so many of you that have already said, yep, I'm in, and I'm seeing some faces that I hope will make that choice right now. Because like I said a minute ago, how you end this year is how you start next year. You guys don't wait. I've built 2 businesses over the past 26 years, and so many people at this time of year, if they are nowhere near their goals, give up. And that is not happening in SAM. All right. So stay on track. If you have to adjust your numbers, but don't stop, and get in with a group of people that are working it and doing it, breaking through the fear and the doubt and everything else that gets in the way of everybody else. They're just locking arms with each other and they're making it go. So I hope that you guys all decide to join us. And again, if you are on here and you already have not, if you have not made that decision, or if you're watching this live, reach out to the person that you are connected to right now, private message them and set up a quick little call, and they'll tell you all about it. All right, you guys, are we good to go? All right. Thank you all so much for joining us for our virtual happy hour, and hope to see you all at our meet and greet next Monday night.
Cheers, everyone. Have a good night.
Cheers, everybody.